Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. Not sure when you're going to see this, but it's Tuesday here right now when I'm recording this. I got my truck back today. Yay! The cost for the repair was like $1,500, but luckily it was covered, well, under warranty slash by the other dealership that did the work last time. So thank goodness got that taken care of. It's running wonderfully, so I'm grateful and very appreciative to the dealership that fixed it, and also to my friend for giving me a ride to Cedar City, which is like an hour and a half away from here. So yeah, truck is back. We are back in business. I get to take the dog out, all that good stuff. Today is day 17 of the parasite and heavy metal detox cleanse. It's an herbal cleanse. If you were wondering, you take the tincture 3 times a day. Everything is going fine. Nothing crazy to report. I don't have anything crazy like in my stool or anything. Still have a little bit of acne, but it does say that that could be one of the die-off symptoms. So hopefully that's just my body purging. I'm doing a couple things. I stopped taking my nitric oxide supplement for a little bit just to see if maybe that was causing part of the reaction, as well as using a botanical tea facial oil that a friend gave me. And I've been using my red light therapy. It's like a wand, but I've been using it all over my face. So hopefully that's helping. Probably the eating pretty clean and whole foods, not processed, avoiding artificial sugar, all that good stuff. Hopefully that is helping as well. So I'm hoping it'll be pretty clear and looking good by the end of the 30 days. It's a 30-day cleanse. I'm doing the deer exercise on a regular basis, every day, twice a day. It's rotations of a breast, like massaging your breast in rotations, and then pelvic floor exercises. So it is my ultimate goal to cause my period to naturally stop and then have natural birth control from that. But it's an experiment. I learned the information from reading the book The Tao of Sexology, and yeah, so I've got a lot more research just to do in terms of like cycle syncing, hormone health. I mean, there it's always changing. There's always more information out there. So that's that. At first, I was just going to get on and document the 30 days of my cleanse, but now I feel like now that we're on like day 17, which means there's a little less than 2 weeks left and I'm over the halfway mark, that it's kind of getting, I mean, there's not really much to update. I don't know. I mean, I've seen multiple things that say we all have parasites. I've seen multiple things that say nobody, like, we don't really have parasites. Yeah. Technically, we probably all have different forms of parasites. They can be good and bad. Did I have any specific reason to do the parasite cleanse? No, in terms of like I did, and I'm not like drastically losing weight. I haven't traveled. There's not any like, I didn't have any parasite tests. The herbs, yes, they are strong and the goal was to clean and reset my system. I feel like we can always all take a heavy metal cleanse. That's not going to hurt any of us right now with what we have in our lives and our world. I figured too, if there was any reason or any chance that I did have some sort of parasite, the cleanse would also help get that out. So that was just my reasoning behind doing it, was to like reset my system and just kind of detox and clean everything out. I would say if you have any concerns or questions, you should consult your physician or your doctor. I try to stay pretty healthy, maintain an active lifestyle, try to eat as good as I can. I'm constantly trying to try different things in my like what I'm eating and how often and that kind of stuff. So and I'm not having any sort of like, besides the acne, which I think there's other underlying issues. I was on birth control for 20 years. My hormones are like still in the process of resetting and fluctuating. So it's not something that I was like super concerned about necessarily having to go see a doctor. Again, I stopped taking a different supplement that I maybe thought was partly causing part of the reaction. I would just say if you are concerned or not feeling well at any point, you could just stop taking the cleanse. um, I'm pretty intuitive in terms of like when I feel called to do something or my body tells me something's off or it's not working, I usually try to listen to it. So I haven't had any of those like gut reactions or instincts to like stop taking it. So, and other than, like I said, the acne, there hasn't been a lot of like what is listed as die-off symptoms in terms of diarrhea or constipation, fatigue, nausea. I haven't had any of those things. It says you could have like some added anxiety and depression. I don't think I've really had anything to be concerned about. So, yeah, like I'm just really self-aware and monitoring those things. So, again, if you are at all concerned, definitely ask and seek help before starting a cleanse. While the herbs and things are strong, I also just think that the reset, they're not anything that we haven't taken like our ancestors or whatnot for years in the past. So I think that it's really important for you to be actively aware and in tune with your body to the point where if this is something you choose to do on your own without any sort of direction or guidance from medical people, then, kind of have a why of like an intention of why you're doing it. No, like do your research on the specific product, learn about the ingredients, learn about what they recommend for your food and that sort of stuff. And go from there. Like, that's, I guess, my best advice. Does every single person out there need to do the cleanse? Probably not, depending on where you're at in your health journey. I think it could be beneficial. There could be potentially people that could see negative side effects. I don't know. I feel like I have a pretty healthy, active gut and microbiome. I poop pretty much every day, if not more than once a day. Not like diarrhea or anything, like a healthy poop. I try to eat pretty clean. I try to avoid processed foods as much as possible. So again, this was just something that I felt called to do at this juncture in my health journey, more as an experiment to see how it would work, how it would go, what would happen. But if you have any questions, just remember to consult a medical physician, doctor, naturopath, any of those things. So that's that. The other thing, okay, so yes, I've been on the cleanse for 17 days. Obviously, at day 30 or what, yeah, after the 30 days, it'll be over and we'll stop talking about it. So we've got the deer exercise. That is really a pillar of my coaching program that I'm launching. It's a holistic health approach to women's sexual health, helping them manage their periods, manage symptoms either once they've come off birth control or before they ever have to go on birth control. Hopefully providing a form of natural birth control. There's a lot of different methods. You can use cycle syncing. I think cycle syncing paired with the deer exercise are probably like the best natural options that we have. Again, I'm putting myself through the experiment to see if I can get that to like get my period to stop. Quitting drinking. I haven't drank alcohol in over 4 years. Just cutting out things in your life that are no longer serving you. And it doesn't have to just be things that you eat or drink, which those are the easy ones. Those are the basics. Like you need food and water to survive. So evaluate, what are you eating? What are you drinking? I literally pretty much only drink water, filtered water also, because a lot of parasites can come from your water. But on that note, if I'm not drinking filtered water, then about the only other thing I drink is coconut milk. Once in a great while, I will have a mocktail if I'm like out somewhere or I'm enjoying time with friends or at a really nice restaurant that has great mocktail menu. But so that's about, I think last year it was two, maybe three times in the whole year that I had a mocktail, which generally they're made with soda. So for me, that was like, whew. Like, I really don't drink soda anymore. I rarely drink juices unless they're like fresh squeezed, like juice. I would juice with the juicer maybe and drink that, but I'm not gonna I don't buy juice. It's full of sugar. So, yeah, it's not just what you eat. There's so much hiding in what you're drinking. I also don't drink coffee anymore. I don't drink anything with caffeine. I drink decaf tea, which tea is basically just flavored water, but I guess that would be the other thing that I drink pretty regularly is filtered water and then decaf tea, which is crazy to think about because I used to drink a lot of milk. I used to drink a lot of alcohol. I used to drink a lot of soda. So that's interesting. But start with changing small habits in those areas, what you eat and drink. Focus on spending more time outside in the sun, moving your body. It can be as simple as walking around the block, especially even after you eat. That's like one of the best times to walk is after you've eaten. In the morning at sunrise and at night at sunset. Also super good for your health. But staying active through natural movement and like, you know, that's the reason why 20, 30, 40 years ago, people weren't fat. Not 20, let's say 40, 1980s and older, like people weren't fat. We weren't sedentary. We didn't rely on processed foods as much as we do now. So, like, it's up to you to change that. Small micro changes lead to big changes. Quantity equals quality, which equals confidence. The more you practice and do something, the better you get at it. And the better you get at it, the more confident you'll be in it. That one's been coming up a lot for me lately and other people too. So just wanted to remind you of that. Yeah, I mean, if you are struggling with any sort of things for your sexual health, especially as women, and you've gone to a doctor and they just want to throw birth control at you, there is other ways. I'm here to help you discover them, practice them, learn them. We got to start talking about this stuff so that it's not just a constant cycle of let's take birth control. Like it's not making anyone better. It's part of the reason that we're all sick. So let's try to avoid it as much as possible. And that's my little spiel for the evening. I hope you have a great night. Love you. Bye.